Hi, I'm Alex Gray with IMA TV, and I'm here with the Honorable Finbar Hill, Consul General to the country of Ireland. Mr. Hill, it is really an honor to meet you.
Thank you, Alex. Delighted to meet you too.
I'd like to start by asking you, could you please give us a description of your role as Consul General to the country of Ireland?
I am very fortunate to be Honorary Consul General of Ireland. Let me tell you first of all how Consul Generals are appointed. They are nominated by their government. So in my case, by the government of Ireland, nominated me to be Honorary Consul General, covering effectively Los Angeles and Orange County. And then that application goes to the United States State Department, who approve it in effect. And indeed, they can make you persona non grata, but at least I wasn't clear that. The role then, having taken up the position, is, how would you say, it is extraordinarily wide, in the sense that your principal duty is to look after Irish citizens who are here in the United States in my consular area. And you do that by a number of different ways. You do it by dealing with them, particularly if they're in trouble. And there may be arrests, unfortunately, from time to time. People may have babies when they're here, and that causes a little bit of difficulty, because technically they are now American citizens, and then they want to be Irish. So there's a duality of citizenship involved. There are people whose passports expire. There are people who may apply for Irish citizenship, and I'd like to dwell on that for just a moment, if I may. If you had a parent or a grandparent born in Ireland, you are entitled to apply for Irish citizenship. And in other words, you may be a dual citizenship. There is no problem about duality. I encourage it for younger people, particularly if they want to work in Europe, because with an Irish passport, they have access to all the European Union without the necessity of a visa or a work permit. So it's very beneficial for younger people. Then we deal with visa applications of people who, Americans themselves, can go to Ireland for up to 90 days without a visa, but there are a lot of people here who have green cards from other countries, the Philippines, China, etc. They require visa, so we deal with those applications as well. I think then, in addition to that, we have Irish agencies, the Industrial Development Authority, who are responsible for inward investment into Ireland, and they have been extremely successful. We have 120,000 Irish people working with American companies, very important to the economy of the country. And they have played a huge part, but they're also very profitable from an American point of view, because we have the lowest tax rate in Europe. So if they're making profits in Ireland and they're expanding, they can use the profits. We have a 12.5% tax rate. The American is 35, 36. So, the differentiation that can be used for expansion, which can be very beneficial for American companies. Then we have the Enterprise Ireland, are the company tasked with expanding indigenous Irish industries abroad. We help those when we can. The Irish Film Board, who promote the filmmaking in Ireland. And last but by no means least, Tourism Ireland are a very big body who promote tourism into Ireland, and we work with them in promoting it, particularly here on the West Coast.
Wow. It's quite a roster of activities.
And you do it all for nothing.
Yeah. I would say it's for nothing, but...
Oh yeah, we do. I don't, there is no salary attached to what I do.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic. And my next question then, on the heels of this, is do you use any forms of internet marketing in your role as Consul General of Ireland? And if so, what are they and how have they been helpful?
Well, yes, we do use the internet. All government departments have websites, so that all their departments and the workings of their department are interesting. One of the ways I was thinking of coming over is, for years, if the government were issuing a press release and it was important, they would put an embargo for publication on it for certain, so they'd send it out to the Press Association, the Irish newspapers, etc. But they would say embargoed until. Now, unfortunately, world being what it is, sometimes those were leaked. But now with the internet, you can just press a button and inform all the people at the same time. So that's very beneficial. The Tourism Ireland certainly do a lot of their promotions now through the internet on the marketing side of it, and they're telling me that it's very successful.
And do you find that the businesses in Ireland, have they been utilizing online forms of marketing to gain a foothold in global commerce?
And I wouldn't be as familiar with that as I would be with Irish government, but the answer is yes, they are. I was looking at, for instance, the American companies that have facilities in Ireland. Google, for instance, have 1,500 Irish people employed in their facility there. Hewlett Packard's have huge facilities. Google are there now. Twitter have their Google's international headquarters. Not Google's, I beg your pardon. Facebook's international headquarters are now in Ireland.
Wow.
Google have a big presence in Ireland. So yes, there is a big presence in Ireland for the social media and internet marketing in general.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the questions I have for today. I want to thank you so much for coming and chatting with me. It's really wonderful hearing you and listening to your knowledge. It's been great.
I will finish in Irish. Tá fáilte throat. You are very welcome. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
This is Alex Gray with IMA TV, and we'll see you at the next interview. Thank you. Thank you so much.
How did I?